Hello there, and welcome to my Liverpool versus Stoke preview. Now, Liverpool versus Stoke preview, it's a little bit late. Obviously, I normally like to try and get these done the day before, but it's not happened this time. So we're hopefully going to get stuff done now. Get the lights on in here. So yeah, Liverpool are playing Stoke tonight, and Stoke, even though if they're not on necessarily the best run of form, I mean, it's one of those, isn't it? Stoke can be a difficult team, and they can be difficult for Liverpool to play against. So it's one of those for me. I'm not entirely sure how this game will go, but I'm feeling a little bit more positive after the Chelsea result, and I'll tell you why, because I think overall we put in a good performance against Chelsea. We just didn't get the result that I felt that we deserved. Like, yeah, you know, some lackadaisical goalkeeping by Mignolet, to be fair, really did catch us out, and it does have to come down to Mignolet, to be fair, because it was such a, you know, the cross shot, whatever it was, whether Willian meant it, I don't even know. I didn't even go and look for any quotes of whether he did mean it or not. But regardless of that, Mignolet really should have had that covered. But overall, we played pretty damn well. Now, I think there are some rumours about the lineup and stuff like that that I will come into in just a couple of seconds probably. But I think that we can go into this game hopefully with a bit of positivity, because we haven't lost since the Tottenham game, I don't think. Got some horrific draws. Well, not horrific. One horrific draw in particular against Sevilla. But yeah, so let's go into the starting lineups and see exactly who we're going to be going with tonight. So in terms of the starting lineup, I am hearing, well, I think we're all hearing. It's not just me. I don't have any personal, I don't have any insider knowledge or anything like that. It's all over social media, and especially Twitter, I think, has been the main base of it all for this one, is the fact that Sadio Mané and Firmino are due to come back into the team, which is positive. It is positive. There were rumours that there were arguments between Jurgen Klopp and Sadio Mané, which Mané himself quashed, and it was just more of a misunderstanding, which is good, because we don't want anything like that happening, especially with one of our star players, one of our better players in the team. Obviously, with Firmino coming back in as well, you're going to see a bit more of that pressing up front as well. Whether he scores goals or not, for me, his work rate kind of covers him, a bit better than, say, Sturridge at the moment. I mean, as I've said, I don't particularly like Sturridge as a starting striker. It doesn't happen for me. He doesn't do it for me. Having Firmino in there, he works harder, and I don't know, I think he's better at getting people involved around him, like getting Mane and Salah and such like that as well. Now, mentioning Salah is the other one that is rumoured about the team as well, but rumoured to be rested. Now, whether that happens or not, I'm not entirely sure. Is it a good time to rest him? I'm in two minds about it, because obviously Salah has played the vast majority of our games. Is it time to give him a rest? On that basis, you could say yes. You could give him a bit of a rest. The other side of me says, is he a player that thrives on playing all the time? Is he one of those players that each time he plays, he's just going to keep getting better and better and gets more confident? He keeps scoring goals. He almost can't stop scoring, which is a good thing. Obviously, we haven't had someone like that for a long time. But taking him out of the team, it depends again who we're playing at the weekend. Obviously, I've had a lot of things going on. I actually don't know who we're going to be playing this weekend. I really don't. Right now, I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't pick them out of the sky. So, coming to Stoke, Stoke's a difficult team. Now, whether it means, do you put Salah on the bench and maybe hope that you don't have to use him so he still gets rested, or do you take him out of the squad completely? For me, if they're going to rest him in some way, I would still have him in the squad, because he's a hell of a player. He's probably our best player right now. I know a lot of people would still say, oh, Coutinho on his day, and I'm like, no, I'm afraid not. No, I like Coutinho, really do like Coutinho, but even on his best day, and he can score some really good goals. He can get involved in all of the play very, very well. I think Salah is just, he's so much more dynamic, and he's actual goal scoring threat pretty much any time he goes forward right now. So for me, if you're gonna rest him, I'd still have him in the squad. I'd have him on the bench, and maybe if things are a bit comfortable, then yeah, you don't have to use him. But if it's like 0-0 and you go on 60 minutes and things are looking a bit, I don't know, either flat or dull, bring him in. Why not? You could inject some pace, and some absolute frightening pace at the Stoke defence. That would be amazing. Now, other people that are going to be looking to come into the lineup tonight, and I think it would be a good shout actually, is to have people like Wijnaldum, Emre Can, because I think they're just going to give us more. And what I mean by that is Wijnaldum will definitely give you a bit more running and a bit more, slightly more pace in that midfield. Not the buckets of pace, but he'll give you something for sure. Emre Can is he's just steelier than Henderson. He's just a better player than Henderson. I know it sounds like I'm properly slating our captain, but it just so happens he's our captain. It's one of those things. I just don't think that right now Henderson is playing well enough to be in the team. But because he's captain, he probably will be. And if he's not in the team, it most likely would then be Milner, because they go with the captain, vice captain, etc. and stuff like that. I don't know what it is, but unless we, gave the captaincy to someone else, who I wouldn't even know who to give that to, and this isn't a video to talk about that anyway, but for me, if I'm talking about form right now, Henderson doesn't make it. Henderson, he makes the bench, but he doesn't make it into the team. He keeps having these performances every now and again where it's like, that's a captain's performance, that's a really good performance, and then he'll have 2 to 3 on the bounce, which are just like, it just leaves you wondering, like, what the hell? What are we even doing? What is he doing? Why is he in the team? And that's exactly where I'm at right now, and I think quite a few people are. I'm certainly not slating the guy and thinking, sell him, get him out of the team, strip him of the captaincy and all that sort of stuff. I just think he's not good enough right now on form to be in that midfield, especially with the amount of players that we're going to have to choose from. Not even mentioning Adam Lallana, for instance. Not even mentioning that Oxlade-Chamberlain can come in and play in that midfield as well. There's so many players right now that could come in and do a really good job. Henderson doesn't really have to fight for it because he's the captain. And that is literally just the way I see it. I might be wrong in that one, and you guys might disagree, you might agree. But for me, I want to see Emre Can, I want to see Wijnaldum, I want to see Lallana. And if we are going to be resting Salah, then I imagine you'll see Coutinho out on the left, Firmino up front, and Mané up on the right-hand side. It'll basically be like the team last year without Salah. That is pretty much what it would look like. Defence-wise, what do you do? It's probably not going to change a great deal from Chelsea. I don't think, anyway. It might change. You might see more, Joe Gomez and stuff like that. Andrew Robertson might come in at left-back, which I think is a good shout. Not that Moreno's really done a great deal wrong in the Chelsea match. I just, maybe, Klopp's always talking about using the squad and rotating out, and not necessarily rotating. He's not saying resting players. He's saying I'm using the players at my disposal. And yes, I that's totally fine. That's absolutely not a problem. Which is why I would see Andrew Robertson come in at left back. I really would. I think that'd be quite a good one. And it get the guy some minutes as well. We've signed him. We've had him. Get him on the pitch. Just get him on the pitch. I want to see the guy play because I think he's got a quality cross on him. I think he's very, very good in that sense. I just want to see the guy play, see what he can offer us, and really provide some actual competition for Moreno. I think that'd be excellent. Defence, I'm not entirely sure. Something like this, you don't know. You kind of know what you're going to get from Stoke. They're not going to start with Peter Crouch, but they probably will bring him on at some point. So you're going to have to go with your tallest centre-backs, which for me would most likely be Matip and Lovren. However, I do want Joe Gomez involved as well, because I think he's a bit more dynamic, he's younger, he's got a bit more energy than, say, someone like Lovren. Do you put someone in like that to go up against whoever they would be starting up front? I don't actually know. I don't know a lot of Stoke players apart from Joe Allen, because he used to play for us, and Shaqiri, because sometimes he has a world-class game, but only sometimes. Don't let that be tonight, please. Okay? Just put that left foot of yours away. That's absolutely fine, not a problem. And then at right back, depends how you set up the defence. If Gomez is in centre back, I'd imagine you'd see Alexander-Arnold, who wants to, in my opinion, should be looking to make that position his own. Because obviously Nathaniel Klein's not going to be back for a long time, so he should be looking to make that position his own, and I think that Klopp should be allowing him to do that. Obviously, Joe Gomez can play right back, and it depends who. Again, I don't know who we're playing at the weekend. It's really bad of me, I am sorry, but I don't know who we're playing. I just haven't, it's been one of those weeks, alright? It's been a couple of weeks. I will get back on track and start knowing stuff, but yeah. I think that we can get at this Stoke team. This Stoke team have drawn 2 of their last 3 games and lost 1, and I think they lost to Crystal Palace in the last game, and it was a Mamadou Sakho header. So, cheers for that one, Sakho, reminding us of what we've lost. Anyway, okay, not bitter at all. I'd love to have him in our team, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Anyway, no, I think that we can get at this Stoke team, and if we get at them good and proper, we go at them with pace and we go at them with frenetic energy, I think that we can get a good result here. And I think we need to get a good result, because a lot of what the media is, well, not the media, put Sky Sports and all that lot aside, I don't really care what they say about Liverpool or any team, to be honest. All they want to do is create rumours and, do like fan divides and such like that. All I care about really is the social media of Liverpool, like fans and such like that. This is Anfield and stuff. And a lot of people are saying, the next lot of run of fixtures and stuff like that should be, winnable fixtures. Like the next 5 games or something like that, including this one, should be winnable fixtures for Liverpool, which then makes the Chelsea result, being a draw, doesn't look that bad. And I kind of agree with that. I mean, I don't think that draw at Chelsea looked bad anyway on the run of things, because Chelsea had been doing really well. I think they got 2 4-0 wins in a row, one in the Champions League, one in the Premier League. So, I mean, I think it did look okay. It wasn't too bad. If we, however, go on a bad run of form right now, it's going to highlight a lot of stuff for Liverpool, obviously leading into the January transfer window, more talk of players coming in that won't be coming in. Almost 95% of me is sure we will not be signing anyone in January. So people saying that Klopp needs to bring someone in January, it's not going to happen. He will work with the players that he has with him right now. He will stick with the ones that he's got a lot of faith in, regardless of how they play. So, remember that as well. And yeah, I think this is the team that we're going to have until the end of the season, so we need to do well. So over these next 5 games, if we can get good results, and by good results I mean we win, whether it's 1-0 or we win 5-0, couldn't care less. A win is a win. That is all I'm concerned about. 3 points in each game, that'd be decent. I will do a further video and stuff like that before the game at the weekend. Obviously, I'll try and do a preview and such, kind of like this one, but obviously know what what team we're facing. But I can't do that right now because I don't know who we're facing at the weekend. So sorry about that. Anyway, in terms of a prediction, Liverpool at the moment seem to be able to score goals almost at will. Obviously, Chelsea, we were creating loads of chances and they've got obviously a very, very solid defence and a good goalkeeper as well. Other than that, we create a lot of chances. So if we can score maybe 1 or 2 here and there, that'll be absolutely fine. That'll be great. And I think that we have the ability to do that regardless of if we rest Salah or not. The problem is that we look again like we will concede goals. And I think we will concede goals here. Could be late on. I'm not saying Peter Crouch is going to have anything to do with it. I'm just saying, I just think it's going to be late on. So I'm looking at this one as a 2-1 victory for Liverpool. I think it'll be 2-1. I think we will concede late on, but I think we'll get 2 goals in the first half. That's kind of just what I'm looking at right now. Well, I pulled those ones just out the air now, but it kind of, yeah, it sits well with me. So, how does it sit with you? Let me know what you think in the comments below, whether you're a Stoke fan, Liverpool fan, or a neutral. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Looking forward to the match tonight. Hoping that it's going to be a good one for Liverpool. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. I've said that too many times now. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please do like the video and subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you later.